ask about your thoughts on case teaching, because that really is where the case comes alive. Do you have any advice for someone who's coming new to case teaching?
Yeah, I mean, I actually, there's a few things, and this comes up a lot with people who have not taught with cases before, and they're trying to understand, should I take the plunge? So, I mean, I borrow from the old Nike commercial, just do it. You don't need to overthink this, and all of us who have taught with and written cases, ask anybody, can you tell me the name of some of the most teachable cases you've got? And there used to be an expression that some folks at our place had years ago about certain cases that were so easy to teach. They were so much fun that their expression was, you could teach this case with a bag over your head, okay? And I'm not exactly sure what all the metaphor what there was, but the idea is it was so easy and so much fun. You can't screw this up. And so, that's a great place to start, and, I encourage people that are thinking about case writing for the first time to register with, Ivey Publishing, the Case Center, review cases and the teaching notes in particular to see which ones you feel comfortable with. And that can be a great way to zoom in on examples of ones that, yeah, I think I can make this work. I understand this industry, I got some experience there, or, whatever it is, it's one of my neighbors. I've been talking to this guy forever about his business. And so I think I know pretty much any kind of question that might pop up. I think that's one source. And then, looking at things like bestseller lists, I mean, they can't all be wrong. If you've got, to make bestseller lists at, any of our groups, I mean, you got to sell a lot of copies. And so that's a way to, find an example, or just ask, somebody who's an experienced case teacher, are there a couple of cases that you would recommend to start with? And then it's just confidence building. And I find that a lot of people, that the challenge is just to get over the hump of case teaching. And I've been, Richard, some of the countries that I've taught in where they've never taught cases before, I've been astounded at the faculty reactions. I mean, the problem's not the students, the problem is the professors. So I remember teaching a case in Kenya at a business school, and nobody had taught cases there before. And so they didn't know what to think. And the faculty were thinking, well, I don't think this is going to work. And I said, well, can you get a group of students and give them an hour before class just to read the case? And here's some assignment questions. So I said, yeah, I guess so. We'll try it. And so all the profs sat in the back, and all these students who had been volunteered to do this were in a normal case setting. Well, the case went well. And all these guys in the back are shaking their heads. How is this possible? Where has this thing been all these years? And similarly, I had an experience many years ago when China was first embracing the case method. The dean of a very major business school, I was using cases on an executive program, and he said, that's really interesting, but it would never work in China. And I said, why is that? So, well, Chinese students don't talk. I said, with respect, what do you mean they don't talk? When they're outside of class, do they talk? Of course they talk. Okay, well, why don't they talk in class? Oh, I get your point, because we don't ask them to talk. We don't engage them. And so, nowadays, of course, there are many case schools in China. There's big and growing use of the case method there, because if you give students the chance to engage, they will.